what's actually going on here? What's actually happening? What is this Premier League season? Is this Premier League season just a glitch in the Matrix? Has someone accidentally corrupt the file for the Premier League this season? Because this is honestly an absolute disgrace at this stage, how mental this league has been this season. I know the lack of fans in the grounds probably does play a part, but this result especially, probably the shock of the season I put this as. Liverpool 0, Burnley 1 at Anfield. Yes, I will repeat that. Liverpool 0, Burnley 1 at Anfield to end Liverpool's incredibly long run at Anfield, winning games, or unbeaten I should say. And honestly, Liverpool, they have been shithoused by Burnley. They've been royally shithoused by Sean Dyche and Burnley, who put in an incredibly formidable display, a very good display overall to hold on to that 1-0 win. And yeah, Liverpool now, that is now 5 games winless for them. That is now 4 games without scoring for them. So it is really looking worrying from a Liverpool point of view and Jurgen Klopp's point of view, if they are to, of course, retain the Premier League title that they did win last season. And I'm sure people at Manchester City, people at Manchester United, even Leicester City looking on in just absolute joy at this result. I mean, Liverpool drop yet more points, and as you can tell, I am a Chelsea fan, so we're in no way in this conversation because, of course, we are shit. But yeah, as of course I am a neutral fan in this result, I'm not going to be, too disrespectful to Liverpool if I'm honest, because number one, I don't want their fans to absolutely slate me, and number two, I just do have massive respect for this Liverpool team and what they have done, and obviously the fact that I am a Chelsea fan, it's normal for me to hate Liverpool as a club, but as this team, I think they're incredibly good to watch, but they just are on a bit of a bad run in form at this moment in time, and it is really looking worrying from their perspective. And yeah, as I said, I still can't, it's still actually weird to me how Burnley have gone to Anfield, and if you watch my Game Week prediction series, you'll know that in this game, when I was predicting this game, I actually said 3-0 win to Liverpool, and I actually didn't give Burnley much of a chance all around, and that's why I want to take this opportunity to apologise to Burnley fans for completely dismissing your chances in this game. I did actually, I was really disrespectful to Burnley in the way I spoke about them in that prediction, because I did actually say that it should be a walkover for Liverpool. I can't see them just, anything else other than just striding through this game, and of course, Burnley did completely prove me and a lot of other people wrong as well, because I can safely say I don't think many people, I'd say 99% of the people that watched this match from the start saw this coming, and yeah, just an absolutely mental result, and one that will definitely live long in the memory of Burnley fans and neutral fans from a Premier League perspective for a long period of time now. And yeah, there's something just about Burnley and going to, the champions and somehow winning. I mean, they did it to Conte's Chelsea in 17-18 on the opening day of the season. They beat United at Turf Moor in 08 or 09-10 I should say, after United won the league in 08-09. They beat City on a few occasions as well after winning the league. There's just something about Burnley going to the reigning champions and somehow picking up 3 points. I mean, it's just in their bread and butter at this moment in time, which is just mental. But yeah, again, a really lacklustre performance from Liverpool. Really flattered to see going forward once again. I mean, the likes of Mane, who started, and of course Minamino, and I think Origi started as well. Firmino and Salah off the bench. Liverpool just look void of ideas going forward, and that is one thing we definitely would not associate with this Liverpool team, who have been firing on all cylinders for a number of years now. And they have played this champagne football. They go into every game believing that they'll score 4 or 5 goals, and that's exactly what I thought they would do tonight. But they really just look void of ideas. They look like they've run out of ideas, and they really just look like they're not creative at all anymore, which is just absolutely mental. And I do think it is only a poor run of form. I do think that this Liverpool front three will, get back to firing on all cylinders once again. But at this moment in time, it's just not happening for them, and it's just really strange to see as a neutral fan. And yeah, for all the possession that Liverpool did have, they created very little with it. I think Nick Pope was actually my man of the match. I thought he was absolutely superb once again in between the Burnley sticks. I do think he's a top quality shot stopper, and probably the main reason why he's not at a bigger club, no disrespect to Burnley, is because of his ability with the ball at his feet. I think he's probably one of the best shot stoppers in the league. I mean, he's absolutely incredible at keeping the ball out of the net, which of course is the main job of a goalkeeper, despite the modern day football associates thinking otherwise. I think Ben Mee at the back for Burnley was absolutely staggering as usual. James Tarkowski, it was the usual culprits for Burnley as well once they win games. Ashley Barnes ran his socks off up front. I think Ashley Westwood was really good in midfield as well. I think Burnley as a whole, they're just a really solid unit, and to be honest, I can't see them going down as long as Sean Dyche is in charge there, and that's why a message to the Burnley board: do everything in your power, bend over backwards to keep that man, because I'm telling you right now, if Burnley get rid of Sean Dyche, they're going straight back down, no questions asked, nothing, because he's just an absolute godsend for Burnley, and I think he definitely does deserve respect of every single Premier League fan, because what he's done with that Burnley team, who, let's be honest, are probably the weakest team in the Premier League in terms of squad, in terms of quality of players in the league by an absolute country mile, and the the fact he's getting results out of this team on constant occasions, it's fair play to him. I tip my hat to you if I had one, Sean Dyche, because you are one absolutely incredible manager. But yeah, what happens now in the Premier League title race? Are Liverpool out of the title race? I personally don't believe so. I think that you cannot rule Liverpool out of this title race, especially with the quality of players they have. The best manager in the world, in my opinion, in Jurgen Klopp. I just think you can't really rule them out. But I think you have to say that City are title favourites now, especially after that really dirty win over Aston Villa last night. And after that video, if you want to go and check out that video, I did say that City are now my Premier League title favourites. And yeah, I do think that now it is City's title to lose, if I'm honest, especially after a result like that. And yeah, Liverpool now really need to get back to winning ways, and what better way to do so than against Tottenham Hotspur at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium next week. And yeah, if they do win that, I think they're well and truly back into this title race. But if they do not win that, or if they lose, God forbid they lose that, I think it's looking really shaky from a Liverpool standpoint going into the title race, going into the second half of the season. And yeah, it's really shaking up for a very interesting title race overall, because as I said in that City video last night, it's the first title race in quite some time that you get to January, you get to the second half of the season, and you genuinely have no idea who's going to win it. You genuinely have no idea who the clear favourite is, because at this moment in time, it could be City, it could still be Liverpool, could be United, could be Leicester, could be bloody Sheffield United for all we know at this stage. But yeah, it's just absolutely mental how this season has panned out, and yeah, from a neutral's point of view, it is very exciting. But yeah, once again, I'm absolutely speechless as to how this result did happen. I mean, Ashley Barnes with the penalty, I know there was a lot of controversy surrounding the penalty, and was it a penalty, was it not a penalty? I personally believe it's one of those, isn't it, where it's just like, it's not really a penalty, but 10-15 years ago, it was never a penalty 10-15 years ago, and probably Ashley Barnes would have been booked 10-15 years ago if it was given. But I think given that, some of the crap we've seen given by referees this season, it probably is a penalty, which just sounds absolutely absurd to say. But the referees in the Premier League at this moment in time, I think, are the main, losers of this game, because they're absolutely shocking. They've shown themselves up once again. I mean, especially over the last month, they've been absolutely dreadful. They're ruining VAR, if I'm honest. I think VAR actually does work if you don't have them clowns in charge of it, but that's why I do feel for Liverpool fans in this to a certain extent, because the referees are just absolutely shambolic as a whole, and I think they really need to be either retrained or just scrapped altogether and get new ones in, because it's embarrassing the way it is going at this moment in time. Okay, so really quickly, I'm in the process of actually editing this video right now, and I actually just remembered that Jordan Henderson did not feature in this game whatsoever, and that is one thing I actually missed out on. The absence of Jordan Henderson in this game was just absolutely crucial, because if you are a fan of this channel, you'll know I'm a massive fan of Jordan Henderson, how he operates and just what he gives to the Liverpool team in terms of his ability on the ball and also his leadership capabilities. And yeah, I just think that it's no surprise that Liverpool's first ever home defeat in God knows how long now was without Jordan Henderson's absence in that midfield, because I think he gives so much to them in terms of a mental standpoint, and also on the ball I think he's very underrated as well. And yeah, I think you now realise how important Jordan Henderson is to this Liverpool midfield. But yeah, that's just one thing I mainly wanted to point out, and one thing I did miss in that video. So yeah. But yeah, Liverpool 0, Burnley 1. Probably one of the most, as I said already in this video, one of the most shocking results in Premier League history, I go as far to say, and probably the most shocking result this season as a whole, because yeah, Burnley going to Liverpool, with Liverpool's, extremely good home record at Anfield, going there, getting 3 points, and just, turning them over. It's just really the stuff of dreams for Burnley fans, and it is really exceptional how they've managed to do that. And yeah, fair play to the Burnley once again. And yeah, I think that is where we're going to leave this video, because I think that is all we need to say on that absolutely incredible fixture. And I think probably when I edit this video in an hour and it does go up, there's probably a few things that I will have missed out on, because at this moment in time, I'm still so shocked as to how this result did happen, how this result did pan out. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave this video. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like, because 20 likes as per usual would be massively appreciated by myself. Also, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very much appreciated, because we are now looking to hit 1,300 subscribers as soon as we possibly can. So if you do subscribe to the channel, it would cost you absolutely nothing and would very much make my day, so it is very much a win-win situation. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya. And yeah, I just still can't get over the fact that this result actually happened, but yeah, see ya.